Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If you see me a little bit weird, it's because I forgot the light. So how have you felt the connection today? Maybe some of you felt something. For us was very intense. I had like many people within. Yes. And too many things going on, and I even forgot English for a moment. But it was really, really nice, I guess. Yes? I turned it. We are all here. So I couldn't sleep very well yesterday. I think I'm doing well. We are all very energetic with what we are doing, but we sleep not much. But I slept a little yesterday because of what happened with my Instagram account, that it was hacked yesterday. So from Istanbul, that there was an earthquake and a tsunami in Turkey today. So it was not me. No, don't think. I was mad, but not so much. We've been reading the news, and well, today during the alignment in the pyramid, it was also the energy of the mother, of Earth, and saying for us to become itself. And also they talk about death. We were talking about the 12, and they said there were 12 people that transcended today in the earthquake. Remember that the Turkey represents the head of the snake, which is the Kundalini of the planet, and well, it's all the movement. And today, precisely, the topic to discuss is life and death. One of the things that we have to acknowledge about death is that today we think about death as something that is a tragedy and something that is wrong or bad. But for nature, for the universe, death is not something bad. It's just something natural that it goes through the process of life. It's another part of life. So all these kind of things that we sometimes believe is a tragedy, and like these earthquakes, hurricanes, and destruction, and all those things, they are not a tragedy for the earth. They are movement, as the same way in which we have been moving our joints these days. The earth also do that, and this is the proof that the earth is alive. So a way in which the earth is moving and showing us that it's alive, that is transforming itself, it's a way in which the earth shows us that she's transforming, okay, and that we have to do so, because when we think just about the transformation of the earth or the movement of the earth as something that is wrong, that is a tragedy, that it shouldn't happen, so it's like we are denying an important fact, that in order to transform yourself, you need to move, you need to change, okay? So of course that we will have to acknowledge, to understand what is the meaning, the concept of life and death according to the humans. But here we are working for the universe and the universal knowledge, the wisdom, the connection, and the point of view of the cosmos. So besides trying to understand what life and death means for humans, we need to open our minds to what life and death means for the whole cosmos, okay? To understand what life and death means let's go to the meaning of life and death. Of course, life comes from the Indo-European language, leib, and leib means something that is permanent, something that is constant, and that has perseverance, you say? Yeah, so perseverance. So it's something persistent, yeah, constant, that that is always going ahead, basically. That's that what it means. And in the other hand, death comes from Dieu. Dieu in the European languages, that would mean end or to stop, okay, to end a process, to end up something. So basically, life is the process of a continuation, persistence on doing something, and of course, Dieu, to die, death is to stop that. So it's the same in Spanish, basically. The origins are different, but the meanings are mostly the same. In the concept of languages, this would be like life equals movement, so a constant movement, and death would be stand still and to kind of review everything that you have done while you were moving. So in this concept, we have to take away the perception of biology here, not about being born and to die in a physical body, but to take the concept of what it means to move and to stop, to move and to stop. So in just one life, we do that many times. We move forward and we stop to rethink, and then we move forward and to stop and rethink. So constantly, okay? So this would mean that throughout our lives, we die many times in different aspects. So we could start again to make a new expression of ourselves. So this means that we have to learn, if we want to transform ourselves, what we have to do is to learn how to die while we are living. So basically, this concept would mean that we have to die in life would mean to learn how to let all the things that I bring let go, all the things that I was bringing with me in my life, that it's a weight for me, that I've been carrying with me through years. So I have to learn how to give it away, how to let it go, and through that to restart my path, to begin and to be reborn in a different way. So this is why the ancient cultures usually talk about death constantly. Like, you have to learn how to die, you have to learn how to detach yourself from everything that you have been living, so you can restart in a new life. So in the past, in some civilizations, we used to take ourselves to the process of death many times, and we even used to change our names and environments so we could be reborn, to restart again, to begin with a new life, to begin with a new imprint of our new reality. Okay, so this was a process that we did many times in our lives, so we could acknowledge different perspectives of ourselves, like living different lives in one. Okay, so we could understand that death was something natural. So this is why in many ancient cultures they took death, the biological death, as something very normal, because they were practicing how to die. So the physical death was kind of a celebration. So they give to the person a new name for the next trip, and they would also celebrate in this rebirth. So when we understand through the experience of many deaths throughout our lives, and the culture, the people is used to the death of the people that they love, so you acknowledge something important, that death doesn't exist, that death is just another part of life that we also can call being reborn. To be reborn is something very natural for the cultures that understood that life was a constant of processes of transformation. Okay, so this means that death doesn't really exist, but death is equals to another process of giving birth. So remember that some people believe that when you die, you see like blank, you see nothing, and there's a void. So remember that the word nothing comes from nata in Latin, that means someone that is born. Okay, so basically nothing, the nothing behind death is to be reborn again. And this is something also very important, which is resurrection. Christianity has this concept of resurrection just attached to one person, which is Jesus Christ. But before Jesus Christ, and a little bit like 300 after Jesus Christ, okay, everyone believed in reincarnation. Everyone knew that all the people would resurrect, because the moment of death would be like being born again. Okay, so this process of being born again is something that we all did, but suddenly religion and politics, they decided to say to people, no, this doesn't happen, so they could all be controlled by the government, because whoever knows that they can reborn and restart again won't follow the laws for sure. So in ancient times, death was something natural and something that was for from every day. For example, in Atlantean times, when a child was born, they used to say, welcome to the path towards death. It was not welcome to life, it was the path towards death. And this was because since we were childs, we were prepared to face death in a different way, to understand that death was a part of life. So we lived with death all around of us like something natural, because we knew that it was just a reborn, a process of rebirthing. The cultures that only believe that after death there are only two options, heaven or hell, or there's nothing, those are the ones scared of death. Those are the ones that doesn't want to face the concept of death. They are afraid of it, and of course they think it's a tragedy. Having this concept of death as a rebirthing is why I said before 12 people has transcended and not died, because if people die, it means that they stopped, and in the universe nothing stops. Everything is constant. The energy never stops. It's constant transformation. So when you say people transcended, you are saying that they has passed through another process of birth. So you're not saying they stopped their process. They are in with it in another level. What is life then? So life, it was movement, a constant movement in both languages, English and Spanish. So a constant movement is the energy transforming itself constantly. So everything is life. So everything that happened in the universe is constant transformation, is the energy transforming itself and creating this great network of awareness that goes through each one of the dimensions. So we would say that the universe is a constant life with a lot of processes of transcendence, many of them. So when we say this is my life and I had a past life and I will have another life in the future, what we should say is that all of that is my own life. It's just one life divided in different aspects. Okay, so it's just myself expressing in different attributes. Okay, so it's just one life. I never had another life. I was expressed in another time, which is different. Okay, so from the point of view of the universe, in the concept of the universe, life and death are just two dots and a line. So point A and point B, just one line in the middle that will represent the experience from life to death. But this death will be the beginning of another line. So the point A is the inside going to the outside, is the pulse going to the impulse, is the action taking a reaction. Okay, so it's just two different concepts that one is being born from the other one, and when this one starts to move and to go to that one, this one becomes the end of the first process but the beginning of the next one. So this is why there is no death. It's just because each process of ending is the beginning of the next one. So this starts to create the network, like a geometry, creating different dots and lines all around, creating the whole network of consciousness, the whole network of creation with different lives, we may say. So according to the energy of Libra, we have to realize that life and death are not different things, not opposite things. They are one, and the key that connects both of them is transformation. So with all this that I explained, I don't want to say that you should not suffer because there is death, because you may feel it as a tragedy, and there is no I don't want you to feel that I'm saying in order to be aware and to be conscious of everything you should not feel anything. No, remember that we have a body, that we are connected with links of vibration and energy to others, and that we are not separated, that we are all linked as one body. So when someone dies, there is a part of the energy that breaks. Okay, so this generates a reaction, an electrical reaction that creates an emotion within me because something has changed. So my energy feels it, so my emotion feels it. So what should I do with this? This is energy that connects us. So I should not think that in order to be very aware and spiritual and so on, I should not feel anything, or I should just understand that it's point A, point B. No. What I mean is that in a world like this, you have to feel it, you have to perceive it, because it's energy. So you need to allow yourself to feel it, to perceive it, to have all the sensations. But when you put awareness to that, when you become conscious to that energy, to that feeling, you take that energy and you make it something positive for the person that is living. And why? Because when you keep yourself attached by emotion to that other person, the other person also is attached by linked to you. So this is why a lot of people cannot leave, cannot go away. So it's by taking that energy, allowing the body to feel the lack of energy because that person went away, and then you take all that energy to push that other person to keep going into another level of consciousness. Okay, setting that person free from your link and setting yourself free also to create a new link. Remember that this is not about not feeling. Okay, it's not about not feeling. It's about to be aware of why we feel and what we do with that energy. In today's we begin with Scorpio, so we will speak about death this month. So we go to the depth. Okay, that's it. So the information for the vibration for today is Shu. Statement for today is I am the path of evolution. The code for today is rhythm. The law of rhythm. The fourth universal law is related with time, with the pulse of the cosmic heart's beating. Everything is synchronized in cycles that repeats themselves in different tunings. This way, everything has its own experience, rhythm, a time to fulfill a process that is inevitable, like a clock, like the spinning of the earth, like life itself towards death, like history lives its consequences. So just the last thing, because I don't have my Instagram and I don't know if I'm gonna have it back again. So please let everyone know that I will be posting everything in, as always, too, in josoy.red. So you can keep following everything. I'm death in social media.
No, it's a new birth.
It's a new, yeah, of course. It's a new beginning. Sit comfortable. We begin by stretching the body, yawning. I relax the body, letting all my weight fall down. I just focus in my breathing. bring my attention to my left foot. I bring my attention to the movement of my toes, the left foot, and soft circles with the ankle. I bring my attention and movement to my left knee and hip. I bring my attention to my waist, bending my body towards left. I come back to the center. I begin by moving my left hand, its fingers, and the wrist in soft circles. I bring my attention to the movement of my elbow and my left shoulder. Very soft, I start to move my head in circles towards left. And very softly, I start to move it towards right. I bring my attention to the movement of my right shoulder and towards the elbow. Very softly, I begin to move my right wrist in circles, my hand and its fingers. I start to bring my attention to the movement, bending my body to the right, feeling the tension in the waist, and come back. I bring my attention to the movement of my right hip and right knee. Until I start to move in circles my ankle, the right foot and its toes. Relax the body. Take a deep breath. And I bring my attention to the energy and light of the I Am above me. I feel the light of the I Am falling down through my body, through my crown, third eye, throat, heart, plexus, sacrum, root, and divided in two paths through the legs until the knees. I visualize my two knees shining like two suns. I use my fingers to massage the knees by the front, the sides, and from the back. Behind the knees, the side of it. I recognize that in them I find my ancestors, my history, my life and death. Take a deep breath and relax your hands, perceiving the sensations that I have in my knees. And by my vibration and sound, I expand its light towards all the directions. I am the path of evolution. I am the path of evolution. I am the path of evolution. Take a deep breath and begin to move all your body, stretching, massaging, yawning, bringing all the consciousness through each one of the portals in the joints of your body. Each one at its own time. Come back here and now, opening your eyes. So as always, drink a lot of water, rest to assimilate the information, and as always, see you tomorrow at the same time. Bye. Bye. Let's see. Bye, like this. Bye.